Hello everyone. I'm back with another chapter that is constitutional design. Okay, what do you mean by constitutional design? It nothing but the general meaning. Generally, it means the government is having fundamental political values, policies, powers, rights, and duties, which conveys the constitutional supremacy and not parliamentary supremacy, because it is not established by the parliament, but by a constituent assembly and adopted by its citizens with a declaration in its preamble. Before going ahead, here are some questions arises in this chapter. What are they in constitutional design? What do we need a constitution? Why do we need a constitution, and how are constitutions drawn up? Who designs them, and in what way? And what are the values that shape the constitutions in democratic states? Once a constitution is accepted, can we make changes later as required by the changing conditions? These all are the questions arises in this chapter. So we have to obtain a clear and crisp overview all these concepts from this chapter. Okay, going through the first concept or first topic, that is democratic constitution in South Africa. The best example of constitution, that is South Africa. So the South Africa also facing too much struggle. Okay, there is a government as called apartheid, is a system of racial discrimination unique to the South Africa, imposed by the white Europeans and during the 17th and 18th centuries. Okay, so the trading companies from Europe occupied it and with arms and force and become local rulers. So then the system of apartheid divided the people and labeled them on a basis of their skin color. The white ruler treated all non-white as inferiors, and the non-white did not have voting rights and were forbidden from living in white areas. The blacks, coloreds, and in the Indian also fight against the apartheid system from 1950. So the ANC, that is African National Congress, was the umbrella organization that led the struggle against the policies of segregation. So here the Nelson was the one of the leader among us the eight who were tried for the fight by the white South African government, and they sentences to life imprisonment in 1964 for what? For the daring to oppose the apartheid regime in the country. And these questions we are familiar. Why do we need a constitution? It's these questions we have discussed in further. Here we are familiar with the word segregation, that trains, buses, taxis, hotels, hospitals, schools and colleges, libraries, cinema halls, theater, beaches, swimming pool and public toilets all are separated for the whites and blacks. This is called segregation. Segregation, they could not even visit the churches where whites worshipped, and black could not form association or protest against the tribal treatment. This drinking and fountain, that is white and colored persons. There is an end of policy apartheid. We already discussed the policy ended with the apartheid. There is no new constitution were there. How it can be formed? They give the rise to a new constitution as to protest and struggles against the apartheid increased. So the blacks could no longer be kept under the rule of the government through the repression. So the white regime changed these policies, and discriminatory laws were changed. Ban on political parties and restrictions on the media were lifted, and Nelson was also released after 28 years in the Robben Island prison. And the apartheid government came to end on the midnight of 26th April 1994, paving the way for the formation of multiracial government. So there are the following some emergencies are there for the new introducing the new constitution. What are these emergencies for new constitution? South Africa, the party that ruled through opposition, and the black and white person both, and they killing each other, and the party that led the freedom struggle set together to drawn up a common constitution. And this constitution gave to its citizens the most extensive rights available in any country together. They decide that in the search for a solution for to the problems, nobody should be excluded. Okay. Next point is here, why do we need a constitution? Okay, there are some circumstances are taken place in the country, so the constitution were taken place. So the take the example of South Africa is the best example for constitution to see why we need the constitution and what constitutions do. So the white people and black were planning to live together as equals in the new democracy. Each section wanted to safeguard their interests and want substantial social and economical right. Through negotiations, both the parties came to a compromise. So the white agree to the principles of majority rule and that of a person one vote. They also agreed to accept some basic rights for the poor and the workers. So the blacks are agreed that majority rule would not be absolute, and that the majority would not take away the property of the white minority. How was this compromise to be implemented? In the mind of everyone, how this compromise is implemented. So the only way to build up and maintain trust in such a situation was to write down some rules and of the game that everyone would abide by. So these supreme rules that no government would be able to ignore all these situations. Every country, here we can see that every country has diverse groups of people all over the world. The people all over the world, and people have different opinions and interests. So the constitution is the supreme law that determines the relationship among the people living in a territory called citizens, and also a relationship between the people and government. So there are some constitutions are there that make the constitutions that first it integrates a degree of trust and coordination that is necessary for different kind of people to live together, and it also specify how the government will be constituted, to, who will have the power to take which decisions, and it also lays down the limits on the powers of the government and tell us what the rights of the citizens, and it also expresses the aspirations for the people about creating a good society. So all the countries that have the constitution are not necessarily democratic, but all the countries that are democratic will have the constitutions. Okay, so here let's end our topic.